Happy holidays! This is Lea Chapin. I'm at leachapin.com. I am in Kochi, India. I'm at the Ayurvedic Treatment Center. It's December 26, 2018. I'm here with my new friend from Lea and Amena, and we met her at the center, I think 3 days ago. And she's so graciously going to be an interpreter of the treatments that I had already promised you in my first video, that there was some language barrier here from English to the native language here in Kochi, and I didn't really fully understand all of what was happening to me. So the first day I was blessed to have a lovely massage at the wellness center at our hotel, and they had dripped this oil over me, and then they vigorously massaged me. So I don't know if you know the name of it or the benefits of that. So I wanted to ask you if you want to share with the audience your understanding of what that does.
I'd love to. So I'm going to try and make this brief and as simple for a layman to understand. The oil, the massage that you're doing is medicated oil. It is specifically made for your ailments. So even though oil looks like any other oil, it could be coconut oil as a base, but then the medicines that go in are specifically for you. Like if you have a metabolism correction, then it's different. If you have a skin issue, then they put in a different medicine. The action itself, if they actually massaged you, then it also helps to flush out toxins because it's targeting your lymph system. I don't know if part of it was also like a stream that went through your body. Was part of it that? Okay, then that is energizing your meridians, because they start from the foot, and if you notice, they start exactly from the center of the big toe and the second one. They don't start from the little toe or anywhere. It's that specific place that they always start off, because that's where the meridian starts off. So they start from there, from the toe, go right up to, from your hip to your chest, and then back down to your finger, the middle one. And then it goes back down to that toe, because they're tracing your meridian. And we all know about how we have, we call the evil eye. And if you notice, they say, oh, she's sick because she got the evil eye or something. What is this evil eye? It is about tracing the meridian in the wrong direction. Because if you look at someone, oh, check her out, what you really do is look at that person from the top to the bottom. When you trace the person in this negative direction, then you lower that person's energy, and now the person is less immune. So it is more prone to catching some kind of illness. That's the evil eye.
I was not aware of that.
So when you're tracing this meridian up and down, up and down, up and down, what you're really doing is energizing it so much that it's vibrant and strengthening your core meridian, which then helps to dissipate this energy in all the other areas.
And then she finished with some paste on the top of my crown chakra.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Sure. So there is a paste, and there are two different things. They start off with a paste first, and then once you're done, when you're leaving, they put a powder in the same place, right? Now let's talk about the place first. Where they exactly put is, they must have measured you while they do this. It's right above the ear here, and then they're finding that center. What they're really looking for is your skull is made of 4 different plates. When these plates come together, they leave a tiny hole in the center. That is the hole that they're trying to locate and covering it, because that is the place the heat of because brain is a machine, right?
It's like the baby soft spot.
Yes, thank you. The baby's soft spot. So as you become an adult, it closes in, so the spot becomes smaller and smaller, but it's still there. And the reason why it's left open, God really works in mysterious ways. The reason why it's left it open is because brain is machine. And when any machine works, it generates heat. So the heat needs to come out from somewhere. That's why it's left open. But that is also a passage for other things to come in, like cold and other infections. So when they're treating you and you're more susceptible to your environment, what they do is they close it, but not just with anything, with medicine, and there's a little bit of lime in it too, which helps create a barrier between anything going from outside to into you through that.
Like all the bacteria and viruses and
Yeah.
oh, I love that. I think that's fascinating. Yeah, that's because we always say cover our heads up in the cold so we don't catch cold.
Yes.
Or, like the little babies always have the little hats on.
Yes.
When they're first born. Okay, fabulous. So I want to go to the second day. We have 3 days. Second day, I had a treatment where I thought it was water, and it's some kind of medicated water, but I've come to learn that it was cow's milk.
Cow's milk.
Cow's milk. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I first had the hot poultices, then I had the cow's milk. But we'll talk about the cow's milk first since I
Okay.
mentioned that. So I had this running up and down the meridians again. So instead of the oil now, I have this liquid in the same fashion going up, like you said, to the meridians up and back, up and back, up and back. And it was warm and it was soothing.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. I started getting really sleepy. Then I realized it was cow's milk. So I was like, oh, well, no wonder they give this to little babies to
Yes,
drink to
and
relax.
I've also heard in the legends they say Cleopatra used to bathe in milk too.
No, uh-huh.
So it is about beautifying, but not just on the skin, but skin deep,
Mhm.
because this milk is then also absorbed by your skin with all the medicine that is in there. So milk, we all know, is a great skin
Comforter.
comforter. Is also great for your skin.
Yes.
It nourishes it. So they use milk because that's the best medium to give any medicine to the
Mhm.
skin. And you also mentioned
The hot poultices, that's what happened first before I got the cow's milk. So they had the poultices,
yes,
and I think that was probably to break up inflammation or
absolutely. So on one level, it treats the inflammation because it's providing the heat that the body needs to help with inflammation. And on the skin level, it is opening up your pores, so any medicine is being absorbed much more quickly than it would otherwise. So I mean, there is so much to talk about, but really on the surface level, these are the benefits, and then once it gets absorbed at the cellular level, there are many other benefits too.
And then they finished, of course, with the paste again. And then today, day 3, was had some of the same treatment, but I had first what I call the cow's milk, but it was yesterday it was brown and today it was like white. So I don't know what the difference was, but it was the same procedure.
Right.
And then they did the oil.
Yes,
over-
Shirdhara.
Yes, and we talked about that in our last video,
Right.
where it just relaxes and brings, I guess, mental focus or relaxation.
Yes.
Um,
So you mentioned about the white and the brown because the treatment might be the same, so it looks the same, but they use different ingredients.
Mhm.
Like they use herbs and for the first part of the treatment, and then it intensifies. So the next treatment would be with actually meat inside, and maybe that's where the brown color is coming from.
okay.
So they use different kind of medicines, but using the same treatment method, like the hot bag.
Yes.
So the different colors could be based on what your body needs and what you need to be prepared for, and different ingredients give out different colors. So
And so then they finished with the paste again.
the paste, the paste is called Rasnadi. It's a powder. Yeah, and that's something you could also take back home because after you take a shower, just take a little bit of it, find your baby soft spot, and apply it there.
I love that.
You will not
And you
fall
can buy
sick.
that here?
Yes.
Oh, we have to find that.
Okay.
And the last thing they did was they placed some kind of nasal spray in my nostrils.
Okay.
And I have no idea, maybe that was to clear the nasal passages so that you can stay healthy, because I know the viruses and the germs come in through the nasal passage. I don't know if that was what it was for or not. But
Could be. It also depends on your specific concern that you may have raised with your dog, and then what is needed to treat. So nasal drop is also a very good way of treating many different things. It's just a medium. So a nasal drop could be treating you for many different things. Yeah.
because the primary reasons I were here was because of my sciatic and back pain, for my metabolic system, my thyroid, and I was not aware that I had low vitamin D. So generally, I guess I'm healthy, but you know, like you, I want to stay vital. I want to stay healthy, and as I age, I want to gracefully. And my intention is to live a good life until it's time to leave. But I'm going to stay young, healthy, vibrant, and full of joy. And coming here has brought me that, and meeting you has brought me that. I want to thank you for explaining all this to our audience, and we will see this lovely lady again. So, namaste. Have a blessed day.
Namaste.